And all of the Jeffreys, by the way, have already clicked off this video. Only the guys who are actually going to make progress in life are still here. Because now I've told you what the secret is. I've told you, you need to meditate. You need to go through a little bit of discomfort to follow some kind of habit which is productive. All of the fucking little Jeffreys have clicked on, next video. Because now it's time to take action, right? But if you're still watching, you've got potential. This is one of my most favorite paragraphs of this entire book. And if you know me and how much I mention this book, you should probably listen to this closely. Right now, notice your breath. Are you inhaling so deeply you feel your genitals bulging slightly? Is your belly rising and falling with your inhale and exhale like a mighty bellows? Your belly and lower abdomen are special places of power. If your breath does not reach these areas, you can't recharge your batteries. You will feel weak and unsure of yourself. Your effect in the world will be minimal, less than your full potential. All of this comes down to the way that you breathe. You were never given a breathing class in school. Your parents never taught you how to breathe because they don't breathe correctly. No personal trainer will teach you this because they don't breathe correctly. Everyone breathes like a little bitch these days. There's a guy, a YouTuber that I like, his name's Elliot Hulse, and he had a video over 10 years ago titled "Breathe into your balls." You should breathe so deeply that your dick literally moves. And if your dick doesn't move, if your balls don't bulge with each breath you take, you're breathing like a bitch. There's two ways to breathe. Either you breathe like a bitch or you breathe like a king. Which one will it be? I want you to think of the way a king at the front of the court would breathe. How would a king who was sure of himself, how would he breathe? Would he breathe the same way as you? Rolled forward, like shoulders, you know, shallow, deep, fast inhales, you know, anxious breaths. Would you like half blocked nose? Or would a king, he's rested back, he's not like pretending, he can be totally authentic because he's certain of himself, he's the king. He's rested back and his fat belly is bulging. He's not there trying to think of, you know, trying to make his abs look better or anything. This is pure authenticity, the power of a king, the breath of a king. Belly bulging, mighty bellows. You probably are doing your first few real powerful breaths today. You'll notice because the first time when I consciously do this, I genuinely feel like my stomach open up the way it's supposed to. And I notice I was not breathing right for literally 99% of the day. And this is me right here, right now, like as of today. Even though I know this passage from this book and I actually practice it every single day, I'm telling you right now, most of our breaths are that of little bitches. And so if you can't even breathe right, how are you gonna cure your internet addiction? If you don't even know how to breathe, bro. You don't even know how to breathe and you're trying to quit porn. You don't even know how to breathe and you're trying to reduce your internet usage. Bro, there's a million scientists, there's a million software developer nerds who are against you. You know, okay, they've split tested everything, they've optimized these websites to keep you on there for as long as possible. So really, you're in a war against these million nerds, right? These software developers who have been testing everything, all of these coders and everything, right? You're in a war against them. There's you on the lone battlefield, and then there's them. And here you are, and you're not even breathing right, bro. The one thing that you're just born with, you can't even do, bro. On a serious note, this is actually what will help you. It's a little bit anticlimactic. And I know for a fact, your Jeffrey brain's going to disagree with this. And you want more fast tactics. You know, you want me to tell you even more extensions that you can download. And Hamza, you know, you kept on mentioning that website that can block YouTube. What is it, bro? I'll really use, like, you want these, like, there's a fucking device I saw an advert for. It's like a box. And you, like, put your phone in and you lock it. And then you can't grab your phone or your little Nintendo. Fuck me, bro. You little, like a grown-ass man locking his Nintendo in a plastic box saying, yep, I can't, you know, the box is locked, I can't use it for 90 minutes, bro. Fuck me, man. Nintendo. This is the key. You want to overcome internet addiction? I can waste your time with another 6 or 4 points of the 7 signs of internet addiction. If you wanted that, you're a pussy. You don't need more signs of whether or not you're addicted to the internet. You're addicted to the internet. So let's go to the solution. The solution is to breathe right as much as possible throughout the day, to go into these meditative periods, which will level up your consciousness to the point that you'll stop automatically falling down the trap of the internet addiction. The more you meditate, the more that you breathe right, the more power you will have over these like micro decisions that you're not even aware of. You see, what is meditation? What is breathing right? It's mindfulness. It's awareness. You're not aware that these things are affecting you. When you start to meditate more, you will, like, let's say this is the graph of the minutes that you've meditated over your life. And it's like this. It is an absolute linear negative correlation, like this, with being a pussy, wasting time on the internet, watching porn, eating the junk food. The more you meditate, the less you'll do those things, because you'll actually have control over your actions. Carry on with your meditative practice. It's for free. You can do it every day, no matter where you are. All it takes is a few minutes a day. The kind that I like is on chapter 45 of The Way of the Superior Man. And once you do become more conscious and more present, and you've started reducing your internet consumption, your content consumption, and wasting time on YouTube, porn, video games, and then the next purpose layer, the next goal for you really gets revealed, and it's maybe about financial freedom, maybe it's about entrepreneurship, you want to build a business. That's genuinely when I think Adonis School will change your life. That's what I mentioned before. I mentioned it before to almost like trick you into like, the whole YouTube thing I was doing, where like I mentioned it and I was like, oh yeah, by the way, like, if you get tricked to buying shit on YouTube and stuff, but like here, I'm actually being honest. If your major goal is actually entrepreneurship, I think Adonis School would genuinely change your life. That's the top link in the description. Go click on that right now if you're interested. Do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. Mwah!